Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. So, if you're currently out there looking for a job, you already know the exact feeling we're going to talk about today. You log online, you spend hours tailoring your resume, and you send dozens, maybe hundreds, of applications into what just feels like an endless void. The burnout is so real, it's incredibly widespread, and honestly, the modern job market feels way more like a lottery than a meritocracy right now. But today, we're actually going to look at the data to prove that you aren't crazy. In fact, we are going to expose how up to 40% of the jobs you are seeing might be completely fake. Let's look at exactly how this system is rigged against you. Look at this quote we pulled from a totally frustrated job seeker on a massive Reddit thread. They wrote, "I've applied to nearly 100 jobs so far with absolutely zero interviews. The worst part is when the posting is only 30 minutes old and already has 100 applicants." Man, that just perfectly captures the collective pain millions of people are feeling right now. It is so incredibly demoralizing to pour your heart into an application, only to see that 100 other people have supposedly beaten you to the punch before you even finish your morning coffee. It really makes you wonder what's actually going on behind the scenes of these job boards. Okay, let's dive into this, because this is the central mystery of our explainer today. Where are all these jobs coming from? And honestly, where are all these instant applicants coming from? Are there really hundreds of perfectly qualified people just hovering over the refresh button 24/7 with zero need for sleep? Or is something else, something much more systematic and, frankly, artificial, clogging up the entire pipeline? Well, here is our agenda for today's analysis. We're going to cover 1. The job search illusion, 2. The ghost job epidemic, 3. The rise of AI screeners, 4. The easy apply trap, and finally, 5. Unlocking the hidden market. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the job search illusion. You know, it used to be that applying for a job took genuine physical effort. You had to physically mail a resume or make a phone call. But the rise of remote work and these one-click digital portals, they completely fundamentally changed the rules. Now you're competing with professionals across multiple time zones, which creates this illusion of opportunity that's actually just masking an absolute ocean of competition. And that brings us to what career experts are calling the 400 application myth. According to data from Jobasy, we're seeing stories of candidates submitting up to 400 customized applications over 6 months, resulting in maybe a handful of interviews and absolutely zero offers. The takeaway here? High volume just no longer equals high results. And part of the reason your high volume of applications isn't working is because of this phantom menace haunting the job boards right now. I'm talking about ghost jobs. A ghost job is defined as an open position advertised by a company that does not actually exist and will not be filled. Let that sink in. You are out there spending hours optimizing your cover letter and handing over your personal data for a role that is literally just a mirage. Which brings us nicely to Section 2, the ghost job epidemic. An investigative report by The Guardian looked into exactly how widespread this practice is, and the data they uncovered is frankly staggering. It's really the emotional climax of all this job search frustration, because it proves that the problem isn't your resume, it's the postings themselves. Here is the explosive statistic. An estimated 40% of companies posted a completely fake job listing this year. 40%, nearly half. That means out of the 100 applications you painstakingly filled out last month, 40 of them were sent straight into a corporate black hole for a job that never even existed. So why would a company spend their time posting fake jobs? Well, and this brilliantly illustrates the darker side of corporate tactics, The Guardian outlines a few incredibly cynical reasons. First, to trick their overworked existing employees into thinking that help is on the way. Second, to look super successful and simulate this intense period of growth just to fool investors. Third, and this is perhaps the most sinister one, to make their current staff feel replaceable so they work harder for less money. And finally, just to hoard your resumes for some potential future hiring need. But wait, it actually gets worse. If you think the deception stops at the job board, you gotta hear this. 85% of companies that contacted applicants regarding their fake jobs actually took the time to fake interview them. I mean, they are wasting candidates' time, energy, and hope, making them jump through these impossible corporate hoops just to maintain the illusion of a hiring pipeline. It's wild. Let's move on to Section 3, Rise of the AI Screeners. Now, you're probably wondering about the jobs that actually are real, right? Well, even if you miraculously dodge the ghost jobs, you are immediately met by a massive wall of applicant tracking systems, or ATS. These AI tools act as automated gatekeepers. They process thousands of resumes in just a matter of minutes. They use natural language processing to read and structure your data, but they also deploy what are called knockout questions. According to recruitment platform Item.com, these questions instantly disqualify people for minor missing criteria, like a specific salary expectation, a location, or even just a missing certification. It is so discouraging that 66% of adults say they hesitate to even apply for jobs that use AI screening. And the thing you have to understand is that the AI is incredibly rigid. Highly qualified people are routinely rejected simply because of creative formatting. The AI doesn't appreciate your creative writing degree, okay? It wants to see standard keywords. If you write a cool section header like "My Journey," the AI has no idea what that means. It just wants to see the word "experience." If you write "What I know," it wants skills. If your resume doesn't communicate in the exact standard headings the AI parser is programmed to read, you are instantly filtered out, regardless of how absolutely perfect you are for the job. Next up is Section 4, the Easy Apply Trap. We all know that Easy Apply button. You're scrolling late at night on a job board, you see a role, and you just click. It feels so efficient, doesn't it? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer volume of failure associated with that button. Data from Scale.jobs analyzing LinkedIn Easy Apply in the UK shows a staggering 95% of mass applications entirely fail the ATS screening. That leaves only 5% to make it through to a human. When you mass apply without personalizing your resume to include the exact job-specific keywords the AI is looking for, the system simply throws your application right in the digital trash. And if you're sitting there thinking you can outsmart the system by using some third-party bot automation to just apply to 1,000 jobs while you sleep, think again. Modern ATS platforms like Workday and Taleo are explicitly designed to detect bots. They look for identical phrasing, rapid submission rates, and repeated IP addresses. Because of this, 80 to 90% of automated application submissions are immediately filtered out. You are essentially paying bots to get you instantly rejected. So, how do we fix this? That brings us to Section 5, Unlocking the Hidden Market. Let's move to and see how this builds a totally different approach. If the system is flooded with 40% fake jobs and all these ruthless AI gatekeepers, how do you bypass the matrix entirely? Well, it's time to put the power back in your hands. Just compare these interview success rates. If you use Easy Apply mass applications, your success rate of getting an interview is a dismal 4%. But if you pivot to targeted direct messages or network referrals, that success rate leaps to 20%. The hidden job market is very real, guys. Most hiring decisions are still inherently human, and people just prefer to hire individuals they know or who come recommended. Javasy highlighted a perfect real-world success story that proves this exact point. A candidate submitted 200 standard applications and yielded absolutely zero results. Nothing. They finally stopped, changed their strategy, and sent just 4 targeted LinkedIn messages directly to people at the companies they wanted to work for. And guess what? Those 4 messages resulted in real interviews. Quality, visibility, and relationship building absolutely trump sheer application volume every single time. So, the crucial point is that you need an actionable playbook for bypassing this matrix. And here it is. Step 1. Always check the dates. If a job ad has no date or is older than a week, it is highly likely to be a ghost job. Don't waste your precious time. Step 2. Optimize for the AI. Ditch the creative resume headers and match the exact keywords and standard language used in the job description. Step 3. Tap the hidden market. Find the direct phone number or professional profile of the hiring manager. Demonstrate some real initiative and contact them directly. The modern job board is literally designed to filter you out, but a real human connection is designed to let you in. So I want to leave you with this provocative question to think about tonight. Are you going to wake up tomorrow and blindly send another 100 applications into the void, or will you take back your power and start one real conversation? The choice is entirely yours. Thank you so much for joining us on this explainer, and hey, happy hunting out there.